I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women. What a beautiful woman. Wow. AJ's doing some things right down. So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pop.
I say we hit somebody.
Huh? You ain't welcome.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it, damn it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up and let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Get shit off the fucking sideline. Push it on my. You don't push on my damn.
This is what Travis Kelce did. This is what he did. That's Young Jock.
He did Soulja Boy.
This is Soulja Boy. This is Crank That. This is how you crank that, okay? This is Crank That. This is Young Jock. This is Young Jock, man. This is Young Jock.
Travis Kelce did Crank That.
This is Crank That. It's not the same thing. Are you stupid?
Taylor Swift still put him on the map, though.
He's an 8-time Pro Bowler, Brianna.
All right, tell the camera what you think about life. Like, how do you see life?
Sucks. But I'm playing football right now, so.
I knew how important this was for our team. Auntie, chill. I knew how important this was for our team and just.
Who are some of your athletes, stoners of all time? The best athlete stoners of all time? Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin.
I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. Boy, what the fuck is going on? I got my hat on, I got my jersey on, I got my forces on, I got my swag on, I done prayed to my Jesus, everything, want it?
Go Bulldogs!
Yale Bulldogs.
Oh, wow.
Not so fast, midget. Not so fast.
Midget?
Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
Look, you got a cowboy jersey.
No, you lying. You throw that away.
Oh. What do you think? You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'd last it wasn't that me or something. I had a career or something, but I'd last about 2 drives.
Oh my. Oh.
What the?
Oh. Yay. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
No, that's wrong one, Doc.
You got the right one.
You know you cannot. Good job, baby.
That's right. First of all, take the D out of Dan Tillman. After all of these years of playing, he hasn't figured out that you have to play defense. There's sometimes deep, but there's I don't sound like that. I don't. I mean,
I don't know who playing, bro.
Tony Pollard. He's a man. He can do it anytime.
Ain't no way she watching.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
I don't know!
Is he going to school tomorrow?
No, I ain't making it.
Just enough time to get down your fiddle, get down your bow. They hardly beat Saban. Apparently can't beat DeVoe. We're back after this.
Okay, roll tide. How about Warrigo? I got time.
Needed some time to get going, and here comes the. Oh! We almost lost one.
you got another game. You got another game, man. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number 1. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles, fly. I said fly, RBG, Eagles, fly.
Man, I hate Tennessee because first of all, it's Tennessee. And I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches. And I hate Philadelphia. I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention. And I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about the colors, too.
It reminds me, it's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. Tennessee's colors is that throw-up orange. It's not that orange you can sit with. It's that puke inside of pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they losers. They sore losers because they're not Alabama. And I hate Tennessee, man.
That was beautiful, man. That's every other all year. Thank you, man.
I can't stress that enough. I hate them.
Romans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at C.D. Lamb on the sideline, Kyle.
Yeah, guys, this happened right in front of me. C.D. Lamb was celebrating Jonathan Mingo getting behind his defender. He was so excited, he jumped in front of an official.
And I had to go back and replay this because what the is she crying for, boy? Bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up. You're still alive. Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
I'm forever going to be there, but, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah.
We here. We're here. Demarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
In my life, I have never seen anything like that in my life. Oh. Well, that was the Miller. Watch this, George.
Damn.
What the?
He bought that like.
I've never seen quick.
Oh no! Oh, shit! I see Reggie Bush.
Tell me, say the Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
Are you smoking dope? You got to be.
I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take this serious. I'm not. Real serious. I put my heart and soul into this every single week.
All I'm saying is the camera shows.
I'm just telling you right now what I do every single week. Every single week, I put my freaking heart and soul into this. I study my off. I don't go out there and laugh. It's not funny. It's not fun. Nothing's funny to me. I don't want to go out there and get embarrassed on Monday Night Football in front of everybody.
That's why I'm asking you. What?
I'm telling you right now. So we're talking. Deuce and I are talking.
What was the context?
I'm done. Sorry. I'm not dealing. But with that said, I know we got a lot of Cowboy fans in America. I'm not one of them. I'm going with the Niners. LeBron James.
This can't be happening right now. Every freaking yeah! Like a Washington, stupid Redskins. They're gonna take this Lions team anymore.
60 seconds, right? I can't wait to get paid again. Oh, baby. You know what? I'm still happy. Oh, there it is, buddy!
I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women.
What is up, y'all? What's up, Touchdown Tribe? Hope you guys are having a great day. I believe it is Thursday. But I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. And we are going to be revisiting the entire Dak and Sarah breakup. Although I don't really believe it's a breakup. I believe they're still together. And we'll get into that. But first, let me acknowledge everybody in the chat. Let's see who we got. We've got Postman. You said, love the thumbnail, and maybe I will get my video uploaded right today for the other side of the pillow. Yeah, whenever I went to go see your thoughts on it, because I was obviously interested, I was like, man, the audio, again, it happens. Like, it's happened to me, and honestly, there was one time, it made me want to cry. Not gonna lie, I worked so hard on this one video, and the audio disappeared. And that made me want to cry. Because I was up for hours working on that video. But it happens. But let me play your drop, Postman.
A lot of women listen to my podcast, and a lot of them want to bag an athlete. How could a girl bag you?
Be cool and hot.
Okay, are you looking for a new wife? Because we can't get divorced, and I would like a $5 million house. And so, what do you think?
Are you good with kids?
Do I have kids?
Are you good with kids?
Amazing.
We can talk later.
A lot of women listen to my podcast, and a lot of.
There we go. There's Postman's drop. We've got Pooh Man dropping my links, the greatest mod in the YouTube streets. You know what, Pooh Man, I need a drop for you. I need to figure out what drop I could have for you, because you definitely need one. Let's see. Yeah, join the Discord, by the way, you guys. That's how I get all the information, is from y'all dropping all the news coming out in my Discord. Also, just that's how I am able to cover what you guys want me to cover. And I'm still getting to a lot of it. There's a lot of it I have not covered yet, but all your ideas I have noted, and I'm going to get to it at some point. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Shayla, let's see. I hope you're feeling well, by the way. You said she's trying to save face and say it was the cheating instead of the prenup. I don't buy that. She didn't know he cheated throughout the relationship. She knew, so why now? When you have a dual bachelor and bachelorette party together is already a red flag. Yeah, we're going to get into all that because I do have the screenshot of what she commented whenever basically that was a statement. That was a statement released from her, but we're going to get into all of that. So, let's get started, shall we? So, you guys remember that in the previous live, I brought up this interview on Speakeasy, and it was between, well, it wasn't really an interview, it was just them talking on the podcast. But it was Emmanuel, I say Ocho, but I've heard other people pronounce it differently. Not to get confused with Chad Ocho, by the way. But I've always heard it said Ocho. But today I learned someone say it a different way. Achu is the way I heard it today, and I was like, I don't know if that's right, because I always heard it was Ocho. Anyways, here's that interview.
I'm anti-prenup. I believe if you need a contingency plan for marriage,
speak on it.
You shouldn't be marrying them.
Oh my God.
If you need to protect yourself from your future partner who you have to lay in bed with every night, the potential mother or father of your children, you shouldn't be marrying them. I understand the thought process behind it, but if you're entering into like a covenant with an individual who quite literally controls your life, you will be asleep next to them every single night. They control whether you live or you die. If you're in the hospital on life support, they dictate if the doctor pulls the plug or does not. And you want a prenup?
Yo,
I'm just anti.
This is
So, you guys remember my thoughts on this, and he ended up getting into it. I was hoping someone would cover this, but I gave the analogy. Is it analogy? I think it would be an analogy. Of you don't expect to get in a car accident, but you want that coverage. You want to have insurance just in case. And that's what it is with a prenup. You don't expect to get a divorce or for things to go wrong in your marriage, but things happen. And so the prenup is just for protection. Oddly enough, he brings up this point.
And I don't know what it is, but lately we just been disagreeing.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I stand with Dak and the number 4 Cowboy shirts right here. What? Okay.
Wow.
Do you got a car?
Of course.
Do you drive?
Of course.
Do you drive every day?
Of course.
Okay, bet. Do you look to get in a car accident?
Never.
He wants to get married. He's not looking to get a divorce. But in the event that it might happen, I've got security. Same way when people got a car insurance. And you see times where people get divorced and they talk about the person gets half. I look at the Tiger Woods situation. Tiger Woods, he was wrong for everything he did. But you gonna give him half, though?
Now, this is a little bit different. I believe with the prenup, if you were to cheat, so Tiger Woods' situation is completely different. If you are to cheat, I think it voids the prenup or something. Like, that's usually what's in writing. If there's a situation with infidelity, that's when the prenup is void. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what ends up getting in writing. So. Okay, so that was that interview, or not interview, but podcast that I covered from the last live talking about the prenup situation. Now, in the comment section, Sarah, who is Dak's, I'm gonna say girlfriend. I do believe they're still together. I don't believe they're engaged anymore, but I do believe they're still together. So, she said, this had nothing to do with the prenup. I hope we can put that rumor to rest now. Now, y'all, this is gonna get... Y'all might disagree with me on this. Y'all might disagree. And let me play my little...
That's just me.
All
Now,
I
maybe I'm
know
biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion? That's just me.
Alright, maybe I'm gonna be biased on this, but I don't know if it's necessarily true that it was the prenup. And here's why. Here's why I think this. Sarah might be telling the truth. If it was the prenup, you would have Dak's PR team, you would have Dak's attorneys, there would be somebody out here doing damage control and saying, no, it was the prenup. It was the prenup. Like, there would be clarification, clear as day, that it was an issue with the prenup. Like you've seen with the former NBA basketball player. I can't remember his first name. Something Jackson. If y'all know who I'm talking about, just put it in the comments. But something Jackson. If you all remember, like, that situation, it was another scenario of the girl didn't want to sign the prenup, and so he ended the engagement and basically left her at the altar. But I think it was, I don't know, a day before the wedding, I don't know. So that ended. Now with this, you're not seeing anybody release information saying that it was the prenup. It was in fact the prenup. And for her to put it in a comment section and say this had nothing to do with the prenup is kind of very telling. It sounds more like someone who's bitter over infidelity issues than it being a problem with the prenup. But that's just me. Now, let me continue. Now, with my post, I posted about this. Here's another reason why I think it had more to do with infidelity issues than it had to do with, I don't think it had to do with the prenup. And here's the post that I have made. So, Sarah Jade Ramos reportedly knew about Prescott's history of communicating with other women during their relationship, but she hoped he would stop for the sake of their family. Prescott, 32, and Ramos started dating in 2023 and shared daughters Margaret, 2, and Aurora, 9 months. Oh, sorry guys, I'm in my background. Now here's the big thing. Here's the major thing that has me thinking that it has more to do with the infidelity issues. Again, here's my reasoning behind it. Ramos and Prescott have been discussing their issues, which came to a head after a joint bachelor and bachelorette party in the Bahamas, as I discussed in the previous lives. That's where Ramos reportedly learned that the QB had been using incognito social media accounts. So Dak Prescott was supposedly using these incognito social media accounts to send inappropriate messages to multiple women, including ex-flings. So I'm thinking it has more to do with infidelity and less to do with the prenup. Because again, if it was a prenup issue, you are going to see Dak's PR team and his attorneys all over this. They're going to clarify. They're going to say, hey, there was a disagreement with the prenup and this is why it ended. Someone's going to make a statement to clear his name from this. You have not seen that. You have not seen that whatsoever. Nobody is clarifying it. The only clarification you got was Sarah herself commenting on Speak Easy's podcast comment section on Instagram. So, I mean, I think that's, again, very telling. Oh, yeah, what's up from the Black Couch? Hey, Coach Chels, I have a name for today's show. Pro Cheaters Exposed. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Now, I hate it for Dak Prescott. We'll get into that. I hate it for Dak Prescott. I really do. Let me play your drop. Shayla. What's up? Hold on. Waiting for it to pop up here. Oh, it did pop up. Sorry, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Yes, Vanessa, you're a lady, Vanessa. All right, let me continue this. So this is their engagement picture. Now, the interesting thing with the part of him using incognito social media accounts to send inappropriate messages to multiple women, including ex-flings. Now, you remember in the live that I had, I think it was the live before, but I had talked about his previous relationship with Natalie Buffett. She is a wedding model. She also went to school. She's an engineer graduate. She's very successful. But she had been posting things on TikTok, and people are claiming that Natalie and Sarah are going back and forth with each other in a cryptic way. I don't know if I necessarily believe that's true, because if you guys remember, I had said that she had been linked to Craig Conover. Craig Conover is a reality star on Southern Charm, and that's who she's been linked to recently. So I don't know if that's necessarily true with it being linked to her at all, but it is very telling. Now, with their relationship between Sarah and Dak, you guys, I'm going to break down the timeline of their relationship. So they were first linked in September 2023. That's when they went public. Now, their relationship was fast-tracked. She announced her pregnancy in 2023, so she got pregnant in November. Their first child was born in February of 2024. And then in October 2024, they got engaged. Well, in December 2024, they had a second pregnancy announcement. So this girl got pregnant back to back. And then in May 2025, their second daughter was born. Now, March 2026, we all know the engagement has ended. And it was reported that there was rockiness in the relationship for months, and if it had anything to do with the infidelity issues, let's see, which one is it? If it had anything to do with the infidelity issues, that's interesting to me. Now, this was her breakup post. She had this picture on Instagram with the caption, "I truly believe you can get through anything as long as you have really great friends. I love these girls so much." So that was her Instagram post. Let's see, what else did I want to cover? Okay, this was the email that they had released. The email calling off their engagement. As many of you know, our wedding is currently scheduled to take place in Lake Como, Italy, on Friday, April 10th. It is with heavy hearts that we privately inform our attendees that we have made a very difficult decision to cancel our wedding. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you, and we welcome your prayers. I would say that's a big inconvenience for anybody who's planning on flying out to Italy for a wedding. But yeah, they canceled their wedding, and they are still following each other. This is why I say that I do believe that they're still together. They're still following each other. She's still following him. And this is another reason why I don't believe it's a prenup issue. Because if it was a prenup issue, I don't think Dak's going to be following her. And like I said before, his PR team is going to be covering it. His attorneys are going to be releasing statements clarifying that this, in fact, was a prenup issue. Again, you have not seen any of that. Not like you did with that NBA basketball player, whatever his name was, Jackson. You're not seeing that. So this does make me believe that it is an infidelity issue. Now, they are still following each other, so maybe she's wanting to still work it out. Obviously, they have 2 kids together. I mean, this is basically what she signed up for. That's bound to happen. Infidelity issues. I'm not saying that it's right, but when you are with these athletes who are gone all the time, traveling, you know, experience loneliness or whatever they're going through, it doesn't matter how good enough you are, they're still gonna be wanting to cheat. I mean, it just is what it is. Now, this is Sarah still following him. And I checked this like an hour ago, so they are still following each other. She still has all the special memories with Dak, all the photos, the videos, they're all still up there. I believe that the only ones that are missing are the engagement ones. So, I do think that they are still together. But it's just a very interesting time. Nice shirt. Oh, thank you. Welcome. I have not seen you before. Is it Quan? Let me know if I'm saying your name right. But welcome. Welcome to our little touchdown tribe. It's good to see you. I hope you subscribe, stick around. We're very welcoming over here. But it's definitely good to see you. My bad, y'all. I'm not playing my CDT beats. It's a little bit boring just listening to me talk. But I appreciate your compliment on my shirt. I also have a Dallas Cowboys cup that I like to keep my water in. Yeah, it is Quan. Okay, great. Great. I wanted to make sure I said your name right. Okay. And I like your profile picture. Obviously, the Cowboys logo. Thank you from the Black Couch for welcoming him to the chat. Let's see, what else is there? I think I covered everything. But what do you all think is the most interesting part about this? Again, y'all, I know that I am a little biased.
That's just me. Now, maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion? That's just me. Now, maybe I'm biased.
I do know I'm a little bit biased. Oh yeah, here's my cup, by the way. It has Dak Prescott on here. Also has Ezekiel Elliott whenever we had him. But I do think that it has more to do with him cheating. Let me just go back to that. Let's see. Stephen James, why are you saying boo? I do believe that it does have more to do with him cheating, though. That's really the only thing that logically makes sense to me, considering what she said, and you haven't seen Dak's PR team or attorneys release a statement saying anything otherwise. Like, if you're not seeing any type of damage control, like to clarify, no, this in fact was an issue over a prenup, and the only thing you're hearing is from her saying that it was cheating, and Dak has not said anything different. Well, I mean, she didn't say it was cheating, but other people are saying it was cheating. But she did clarify this had nothing to do with a prenup. I hope we can put that rumor to rest now. I mean, and then you find out that he had social media accounts in incognito mode and was sending inappropriate messages and talking to ex-flings. Cowgirls, boo. Listen now. Stephen James, you better behave in here, okay? Let's behave. Let's not be acting like that. You know, I am probably one of the only few. That's so rude. Are we back? Are we good? Dak is not going to get his PR team for relationship problems. Well, I mean, that's what the PR team's for. The PR team's for damage control. So whenever you see something like this happen, your public relations team is meant to, like, release a statement and control any type of damage that could be put on your image. So I do think that he would use a PR team. Like, it would be a PR team or his attorney. Someone's releasing a statement. What's up, Highway 20? Good to see you. Yeah, your PR team is, your public relations team is for controlling damage to your image. So the PR team would handle, like, anything that would be damaging like that. It would be his PR team and it would be his attorneys. Derek, what is up? Good to see you. Go 6 hours today? I don't know if I got that in me. I don't know if I got that in me, Derek. But hey, let's play your job.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Hunter? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Okay? I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Like a gremlin.
You too dark to be Alicia Keys. You look like a good Jennifer Hudson.
Hey, G Hudson. G Hudson. You look like a gremlin and top room look like a predator. That's your name for the year.
Oh man, yeah. Switch over to Jennifer, man. We'll call you G Hudson from now on.
Jennifer Hudson.
Mean girl.
Chelsea with that big ass head.
He needs some milk. Hey, I told you to leave Chelsea alone. Hey,
Chelsea, just let me get your head. I'll both head at the same time.
I told you leave Chelsea alone. It's getting bad. It's getting worse for you, man. Just let it go and live. Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Hunter? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy.
Stole my cowboy hat, y'all. He was trying to steal my cowboy hat. It's not enough that he tries to steal my hula hoop, but he wants to steal my cowboy hat. So rude. Y'all, if you want to watch the full G Hudson roast, you gotta go to Cree Cree's channel and subscribe to her and look for that video. It was like a month ago when that video was released. But if you want to see the full G Honda roast, just go check Cree's channel out. Let's see. What did you say, Quan? You said the PR team is for something more serious. He probably feels like this isn't worth it. This is not a criminal accusation. Yeah, but I mean, it's for any type of damage to your image. It doesn't have to just be criminal. I would think that this would be something that they would release a statement on, because again, you've seen it with the NBA player. The NBA player who had the prenup issue with his fiance and they ended it. There was a statement released on that. There was clarification for that. So I do believe that in this situation you would want some sort of clarification. And you're not seeing that. So you're not seeing that from a PR team or from an attorney. Chelsea, you have a great laugh. Thank you from the Black House. I really don't like my laugh. I think it's, I don't know. It's just me. I don't like my voice. I don't like to hear myself talk. But I'm glad that you like it. That really makes me feel good. And I shouldn't be so critical of myself, because this is the laugh that God blessed me with, and I should be grateful that I even get the opportunity to laugh. But sometimes we could just be so overly critical of ourselves, and I am one of those types of people. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? We need to get the hours. Oh, okay. Leave Chelsea alone. Yeah, that's what gets me. Leave Chelsea alone. What's up, Daniel Cunningham? Y'all go subscribe to Daniel Cunningham. Cases and Cam. He has his own channel. Y'all check him out, as well as Beardman. Beardman has his own channel too. Ravens got Ty Hendrickson. Yeah, they did. Oh wait, didn't. What did you say? Ravens got Are you talking about Trey Hendrickson? No, I don't know if you heard this, Derek, but they didn't get the deal done because of medical. He didn't pass his physical. So the Ravens backed out of the deal, and the Raiders are keeping. Oh, wait. Why am I thinking Max Crosby? I'm thinking Max Crosby, y'all. Listen at me. It's just been one of those days. You cover so much information, it just gets all discombobulated in your head. But I see what you're talking about. So you're talking about Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals going to the Ravens. Yes. And see, there's talks that I heard today that Trey Hendrickson was expecting to have Max Crosby. So people are wondering, was he planning on going to, wanting to go to the Ravens just because he could be together with Max Crosby? But now Max Crosby's not going to be there. It's interesting. Shout out to my damn dummy Dolphins with $100 million worth of dead of money, thanks to Tua. Yeah, that's something else, ain't it? Yeah. I figured out who you were talking about. Man, I've heard so much information today. It's like, woof. The Ravens will be a problem. Now, oh man, I did hear that after they backed out of the Max Crosby deal, there's a lot of issues with the Ravens right now because they've lost a lot of players on their defense, so they're really gonna have to try to figure out something. But yeah, I heard it's not looking good if they don't figure out something fast. Now, they are saying, this is a shock to me, they are saying that the Raiders are looking really good. The Raiders have secured a lot of great deals, and now they're keeping Max Crosby. So, I think it's interesting. Orlando Brown is staying in Cincinnati. Okay. Would y'all like for me, y'all just now all came into the chat, would you like for me to go back over this whole Dak Prescott? I could go back over it again. We could play the video. Formerly Oakland Raiders. From the back couch, you just love throwing that in there. You like doing things like that. And then with the Indiana Bears, man, you something else. Chelsea, are you going to do a video on the college football summit? I might. If I can gather enough. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, go back over it. Y'all are saying sure. All right. I kind of want to go back over it anyways because I kind of like rushed through it at the beginning. I was trying to just get done, but since you guys are here, I guess I'll go back over it. Well, she never accused Dak of cheating to the public. Why would he need his PR team? Well, we'll get into it because she did release a statement. We'll get into it, Quan. All right, let's go back over it. So, y'all remember in my previous lives that I had said that on Speakeasy, Emmanuel Ocho, I say Ocho, not H-O, or H-U. Say however you want to, I guess. But on Speakeasy, they were talking about the prenup situation. Now, here's that video that I had played.
I'm anti-prenup. I believe if you need a contingency plan for marriage,
speak on it.
You shouldn't be marrying them.
Oh my God.
If you need to protect yourself from your future partner who you have to lay in bed with every night, the potential mother or father of your children, you shouldn't be marrying them. I understand the thought process behind it, but if you're entering into like a covenant with an individual who quite literally controls your life, you will be asleep next to them every single night. They control whether you live or you die. If you are in the hospital on life support, they dictate if the doctor pulls the plug or does not. And you want a prenup?
Yo,
I'm just anti.
This is and I don't know what it is, but lately we just been disagreeing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I stand with Dak and the number 4 Cowboy shirts right here. What? Okay.
Wow.
Do you got a car?
Of course.
Do you drive?
Of course.
Do you drive every day?
Of course.
Okay, bet. Do you look to get in a car accident?
Never.
He wants to get married. He's not looking to get a divorce. But in the event that it might happen, I've got security. Same way when people got a car insurance. And you see times where people get divorced and they talk about the person gets half. I look at the Tiger Woods situation. Tiger Woods, I mean, he was wrong for everything he did. But you gonna give him half though? Half?
Now, I've heard that analogy used before where they give the example of you don't expect to get in a car accident, but you want the insurance coverage for protection. Same with marriage. You don't plan on something going wrong in your marriage and getting divorced, but you want that protection. So I think it's a good argument. And it made me look at, when I first heard it, this was years ago, because I used to be anti-prenup. But when I first heard that analogy, I was like, I'm definitely for prenup now. But there was that. Now, let's get into her statement. Oh, my bad, guys. So, Sarah commented on Speakeasy's Instagram page where they have posted this clip. And she said, "This had nothing to do with the prenup. I hope we can put that rumor to rest now." Now, here's why I don't think it had to do with the prenup. Because if it was about the prenup, you wouldn't have Sarah coming out and speaking like that. And also, you would have Dak's team all over this. Dak's team would be all over protecting his image. You have not heard an attorney say this had to do with the prenup. You have not had a PR team say it had to do with the prenup. And I don't know which NBA player it was, but something Jackson, I keep saying it over and over again, it's something Jackson. Y'all remember, he's famous for not having his fiance sign the prenup, so he ended the engagement right before the wedding. Now, this was all over the news. Everybody knows about it. But you're not seeing that with Dak Prescott. So I think that's very telling that you're not having a statement released clarifying anything other than the contrary. Now, I have posted this on my YouTube page. So, Sarah Jane Ramos reportedly knew about Prescott's history of communicating with other women during their relationship, but she hoped he would stop for the sake of their family. Now, this is where I really start to believe that it was more to do with infidelity and less to do with the prenup. It says, Ramos and Prescott had been discussing their issues, which came to a head after the joint bachelor and bachelorette party in the Bahamas, as I discussed in my previous lives. That's where Ramos reportedly learned, y'all listen to this, that the QB had been using incognito social media accounts to send inappropriate messages to multiple women and ex-flings. So that's very interesting that you're seeing that information out there. But Sarah never bashed Dak to the public. She just defended herself. Yeah, I'm not saying that she bashed Dak. And there's still, we're going to get into that too. But yeah, she never bashed Dak. She just said that it had nothing to do with the prenup, and she hoped that we could put the rumor to rest. But everybody else is saying that, you know, there's infidelity issues and that obviously it's very detailed. It's very detailed when you are having reports say that he was using incognito mode to be specific. Like, that's a very specific piece of information to be released. And again, you're not seeing anyone denying it. But Chelsea, she gave him 2 kids, lived in his house, and the only reason is the prenup. I mean, I don't think, you're not seeing, this is another thing, you're not seeing Dak's team, again, release a statement saying that it had to do with the prenup. So, no, I think it was about the prenup, and it's Stephen Jackson. Okay, thank you. Now, if you look at Stephen Jackson, like, there was information released. Yeah, it had to do with the prenup. If it was to do with the prenup, you would see Dak's team covering it to protect his reputation. But all you've seen is Sarah saying that it had nothing to do with the prenup. Now, if it did have to do with the prenup, don't you think Dak's team is going to say she is lying? Dak's team would be all over this. They would be like, no, it did have to do with the prenup. She's lying about it, or an attorney. Someone's going to clarify this. But nobody has argued to the contrary. So I don't know. What's up, CDT Beats?
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G-Honda? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy.
My bad.
And you may now use your approved electronic devices. You'll find.
There we go. Dak is keeping it low profile, as he should. I mean, I think right now that's probably the best case to keep a low profile. But when you have that statement being released from her, when she's clarifying it had nothing to do with the prenup, someone's gonna say something. And y'all, this is another thing too. Let me show you. Dak is still following her. They're still following each other on social media. So if he had an issue with what Sarah said, I mean, something's going to be done. There's going to be unfollowing, pictures deleted, there's going to be a statement released, there's going to be something to protect Dak's image. But you're not seeing that. Any public figure like a pro athlete cheating comes, he looks bad either way. Did he defend it or not? He's always guilty. It's always blame the man. I mean, I'm not saying, like, again, this is not, the only thing Sarah said was it had nothing to do with the prenup. And if it did have to do with the prenup, you are going to see someone say something about it. But you're not seeing that. I think an attorney would speak out to defend Dak. I think the PR team's gonna defend Dak to protect his image. You gotta think these athletes have to protect their image at all costs. Because then you start to have issues with like brands and everything. So if he doesn't protect his image and get on top of this, it starts to create a problem. But you're not seeing anything, like, except for what Sarah said. Sarah said had nothing to do with the prenup. Now, if she was lying about it, Dak would be something would be done. Dak would be in the comment section saying something to the contrary. I'm not saying that's what he would do, but there would be someone clarifying that she is lying. Whether they follow each other or not, Chelsea, he's the mother of, yeah, that's another point too, is I mean, obviously they're in each other's lives forever, but sometimes you will have those instances where it's best if they just don't keep up with each other on social media. You've seen it with Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. You know, they unfollowed each other. So it does happen where they will unfollow each other if they're not together anymore. So I do believe that they're still together. Well, I am a girl, but it's not just me being a girl with this. I think I'm looking at it for what it is. Like, I'm looking at it from the statement. If you look at it from what the statement says, and then you also have no one denying it, no one's denying what she's saying. No one's like saying anything to the contrary. I mean, obviously that was very bold of her to do. She's not going to say something like that if it probably wasn't the truth, because she knows that Dak or someone else could come out and say that she's lying about it. So I think Dak is a good guy, 100%. I love Dak Prescott. Now, that's my thing, but you know, everyone has their issues. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's human. And it's like I said before, that you don't know what these athletes go through when they're on the road. They experience loneliness or whatever they're going through. He very well could have issues with infidelity. It happens. But I'm not holding that against him, because that's really what you sign up for when you get into relationships with these athletes. You sign up for that. It could be a possibility that they do cheat. No matter how pretty you are, no matter how good you think you are, these athletes could, you know, be enticed by, they're around so many different women. It's bound to happen. But I do believe, like, obviously Dak is a good guy. I've never said anything to the contrary on that. I've always been Dak's biggest supporter, and that's because I know that he's went through so much in his life. Like, he's overcome so many obstacles. I've kept up with him since he was at Mississippi State. So, through the loss of his mother, through the loss of his brother, through the injuries, everything that he's battled, like, I've always rooted for him, and he's the one QB that I've wanted to see reach a Super Bowl the most. But, you know, I mean, these things happen, like, with relationships. So, his teammates in the front office of the Cowboys are staying out of it. Yeah. Well, it would have nothing to do with, like, I'm not saying the Cowboys. It would be his personal PR team. So it's separate from the Cowboys organization. So it'd be his personal PR team that's in charge of protecting his image. Like, whenever you have a bad interview, if Dak was to have a bad interview, there's going to be a PR team to, like, spin it around to make him look good. That's what they're in charge of, is protecting his image. Dak is going to look like a bad guy. It doesn't matter if he defends it or not. It has countless pro athletes who has gone through situations like that. I mean, again, I'm just going off of the... You guys got to think. I'm going off of what Sarah said, and the fact that nobody has said she's lying. Nobody from Dak's team, not even Dak, nobody has came out and said she's lying. It did have to do with the prenup. Someone's going to protect Dak's image, because this is something that would make him look bad. So now you're starting to think, okay, it really did have more to do with the infidelity issues. I mean, this isn't the media. This is Sarah herself. Sarah herself made this comment. So this personally came from Sarah. We want prenup. Oh, Derek, you know what? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about Kanye. We want prenup. Man, that's so funny that you brought that up. Yeah, we want prenup. I'm for prenup. And I obviously don't think Sarah had an issue with the prenup, or else she would not have commented that. She would not have commented that on a public space where she knew someone could call her out. Someone could call her out, like from her personal friend group, from Dak's side. Somebody could call her out for lying. But they're not. They're not calling her out for it. Look at the Johnny Depp situation. That's why he wanted the cameras to be in the court, because he knew what the people would say. Yeah, I mean, the Johnny Depp situation's different. Like, that's a whole different... Oh, that's way different than what's going on here. But, yeah, he wanted... There was just a lot of reasons why he wanted the cameras in the courtroom. But, yeah, that was a different situation. She's just trying to pander to the women and the simps. I mean, y'all are like, I'm trying to think of how I could word this. Maybe I can cover it again on another live to just be more clear. But if you just look at it for what it is, like if you look at the statement, if you think, I'm looking at it from all angles. So I thought about all angles. I thought about, okay, well, at first I was thinking that it did have to do with her not wanting to sign a prenup. And if you go back to my live, that's what it was all about. It was about, if it was the case of her not wanting to sign a prenup, good for Dak. Good for Dak for getting out of it. But then it just looked odd. It looked odd because after I seen the comment of what her statement said, I have not seen anybody say she is lying. Someone's going to call her out for lying. That knows Dak or is a part of Dak's team. Someone's going to clarify it to protect his image. But because nobody's done that, that was another thing that was suspicious to me. Also, there's just so many different elements. Like, they're still following each other, and I get that the fact that, obviously they're going to be in their lives forever, but when if it was an issue like that, if they truly split up and wasn't trying to work things out, like if it was an issue over the prenup, like I don't think they would be still following each other or keeping all the pictures, all the memories, everything. I don't think you would see that. But because they're still following each other, because nobody's called her out for lying, all of that, it just makes me think that this was not an issue with the prenup. So okay, so let's see. Maybe he's guilty, maybe he's innocent. It's their business. I'm just saying, you can't say a PR team not saying anything means he's automatically guilty. No. The PR team's not for that. Like, the PR team is just to protect his image. Like, it's not, PR team is separate from court. Like, that, it's not a matter of, like, guilt or innocent with a PR team. A PR team is just to protect your image. If something negative was to come out, or if you were to have a bad interview, it's for anything like that. That hurts your image. So, yeah. Let's see, what else was I gonna say? I mean, it's definitely, like, obviously it's their business, but obviously, like, it's just part of the being in the public eye. People are going to report on it. It's not about showing that he's innocent. It's about showing that it's about protecting his image. It has nothing to do with that innocent thing. This hurts your brand. Like, whenever something negative like this comes out, if a PR team is not on top of it, okay, so Pooh-Man brought up Johnny Depp, for example. If y'all remember, at first, it was like they made Johnny Depp look like the bad guy, but his PR team came out with statements helping his image. And so this is what a PR team is responsible for, like, protecting your image. Because if you don't protect your image, you lose brand deals. And that, like, an athlete's career is only for so long. They have to be able to keep their brand deals. Saying nothing is the safest thing for the man, because anything will come off like he's attacking her. Dak is listening to his PR team and not saying anything. People will forget about it. I mean, I don't know if people are forgetting about it, because I've seen a ton of videos just today just about this alone, but I definitely think this is something that's going to continue to get talked about until more information is released. But you did see her statement, and you got to think too, it's like, they're still working together. So I'm sure whenever Sarah made that comment, her team told Dak's team, hey, Sarah is going to be putting out this comment, and they were like, they were in agreement with it. They also had their joint email. Like, they released their joint email together about ending the engagement. But yet, they're still following each other. Oh yeah, another thing too, guys, is so the incognito. using the incognito mode to message multiple women and ex-flings. If you go to look at Dak's past relationship with Natalie Buffett, this was back in 2020 to 2022, so they dated for like 2 years. This is a time where Dak had his injury, all of that. They were saying that Natalie and Sarah were going back and forth with each other on TikTok, and that there was like cryptic messages between each other. I don't know if Natalie was part of being one of the ex-flings that he was communicating with, but it is interesting. Prenuptials from now on will be called the Dak rule. That's funny. Now, I am definitely let's be clear, I'm definitely pro prenup. It's just until I see anything released that says she's lying from his team, I'm going based off the information given. Sarah saying that it had nothing to do with the prenup, and Dak would I think Dak would clarify this if it was anything to the contrary. Dak probably knew she was going to put out this comment, and he said that's fine. He was probably okay with it. He might be trying to win her back. He might be trying to stay in her good graces. If it was infidelity issues, he might be trying to keep his family together at this point. So he agreed. He said, yeah, that's fine. You can release that. He can't unfollow her like she can unfollow him because of the kids. It looks worse for the men public-wise. I mean, I don't think that's true. Like, you know, I've seen athletes unfollow women, like baby mamas, before, and people didn't say nothing. So I don't know if that's necessarily true. But if you look at like, let me go back up. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm just gonna go off of what Sarah had to say, because I'm a very evidence-based person. I'm very, very evidence-based. And until I see someone say that she was lying, and trust me, you would. If someone is not telling the truth and hurting your image, you are going to say something. Something is going to be said. And because nobody's saying anything to the contrary that she's lying, I'm going off of what her statement said. Because again, I'm evidence-based here. Evidence. This is the evidence that I have to go off of. I mean, it's just a different scenario. Like, if you think about Jackson, like, I was all for it. Like, that girl was dumb for not signing the prenup. You should have signed the prenup. I think if it was the issue with the prenup, she wouldn't have said that in a public space for everyone to see, and for knowing that someone could say that she's lying. Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say too, is well, I mean, like I said before, if someone is lying about your image and saying something that's not true that can hurt you and hurt you with like brand deals, you are going to come out with a statement and defend your name. You're going to defend your reputation because your name matters. These athletes' names, they matter. They carry weight, especially when you're at the level they are in the public eye. Their name, their image carries weight to people. So if someone is lying, like if she was lying about this, you are going to protect your image. You are going to say she is lying. And because they have not done that, I have to believe that this is true. Like, again, evidence-based. This is the evidence I have. Like, I have not seen anyone say that she's lying. It could have been other reasons for them to break up. I don't think it was a prenup either. Yeah, see, Quan? Thank you, Quan. I don't think it was a prenup. I'm starting to believe it had more to do with infidelity issues because of the incognito mode. This came from, okay, so this was my post, but the information came from like top sources like People, US Weekly, or Us Weekly. I said US Weekly, y'all. One of them days. Us Weekly, TMZ, all of those. This is the information that I gathered from those sources, and it said that Dak was using incognito mode, and she found out about it on the vacation or on their joint bachelor and bachelorette trip, and that's when the fight broke out, and they have been dealing with this for a while. So I mean, I'm starting to think that it had more to do with infidelity issues. But my thing is what level of infidelity? And this is another thing too, guys. If she was knowing this for months, why'd you say yes? I mean, I get that she said that she hoped it would stop. Well, she didn't say it, but the reports are saying that she had just hoped it would stop for the reasons of keeping their family together. But why would you say, I don't know if I would have said, I mean, you never say never. You just don't know what you're going to do unless you're in that situation. But I don't know. I mean, I still think they are together. I do strongly believe that they're still together. Because they have all their Instagram posts, all their, like, following each other, all of that. Afternoon to the hostess, mods, and chat. What's up, Gary? I need to make you a moderator. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is what I keep wanting to ask you guys. So, give me the reasons why, like, the logical reasons. What's the evidence that you would have to support that this had to do with prenup? Because, again, I believe in innocent until proven guilty. I mean, not saying that this is a court case at all, because it's not. But I believe in innocent until proven guilty, and I believe in providing the evidence. So what evidence do y'all have to support that this had to do with the prenup? Because I mean, unless you have Dak or a statement from his team or an attorney clarifying that this did have to do with a prenup, what do y'all have? Because what I have is Sarah's comments clarifying that this was not a prenup issue, and I also have no one arguing against it. Nobody from Dak's team who is in charge of protecting his image, is saying that she is lying on his name. So I want to know what evidence to support you guys' claims. Yep, that's what I was saying earlier, Pooh Man. This is what you sign up for when you're with these athletes. You have to understand this is the risk that comes with being with someone in that line of work. And this includes coaches too. This includes coaches. Sounds like you're taking her side. I mean, it's not about taking sides. Like, if you go back and watch my last live, I was on, like, I'm Team Dak. Like, obviously I was Team Dak. I mean, I'm not taking sides, but when I thought it was her not wanting to sign a prenup, I was like, good for Dak. If it was this issue of her not signing a prenup, I'm glad he got out of it. And if you guys can go back and watch where I said that on that live. But then when this information came out, I was like, well, that's interesting, because this is a statement from her saying it had nothing to do with the prenup, and she hoped that this could put the rumor to rest. And again, nobody from Dak's team is protecting his name. If somebody is lying on your name, you are going to want it to be cleared up, because your name matters, it carries weight. You are going to protect your image. It's got to be a prenup issue, because if he was cheating, the wedding would have been called off before going to Italy a week away. Do you mean wouldn't have been called off a week before? I mean, what do you like? What do you have to support that though? Did they release a statement saying that she's lying? Did TLA make a video on this? It's TLA, so this is not dying down, y'all. This is what I mean by if it was a, if like this is to protect his image. So if she was lying, there would be someone releasing a statement clarifying this. As a Christian man, I wouldn't bring a prenup into it if I'm certain she's the right gal. Now, see, I talked about this earlier, Dakota, that you don't expect to get in a car accident, but you want the insurance coverage. Now, same goes for marriage. You don't expect to get a divorce or for something to go wrong in your marriage, but life happens. You want the protection just in case. It's not saying that you're going to end up getting divorced or something bad's going to happen, but you just want that protection just in case. Now, I'm a Christian too, but like I mean, I'm for prenup now. Don't think it had to do with infidelity. It's a thing of trust. You can't get married without trust. I take her side here, straight up. A man has a higher responsibility in a marriage. It's on him, and good for her not to go through with it. I mean, I don't think it had to do with a prenup. if I'm going off of evidence, and what she's saying, and the fact that nobody is going against Dak Prescott or clarifying, hey, this had nothing to do, or that she's lying. This had to do with this X, Y, and Z. I do think that it had more to do with infidelity. Saying nothing is saying everything. But why? Why, Poop Man? If someone is hurting your image, could potentially hurt brand deals. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you want someone clarifying? Because your name matters. Like I said, your name matters. It carries weight. There's people who look up to you. There's kids that look up to Dak. They're going to want to protect his image. It hurts. You got to think of it as a business side too. It hurts your jersey sales. And all of that. So they're going to want to, from a business standpoint, you're going to want to protect his image. So if it was to do with, a prenup issue, they're going to want to clarify that. They're going to want to say, hey, she is lying on my name. My name matters. This is not the truth, and I have to protect my image. Because like I said, it's a business. If you start to have things that are going to cause you to lose out on brand deals or hurt your business sales, like with his foundation, he has a foundation. It would hurt your foundation. It would hurt the jersey sale numbers, all of that. So you're going to want to protect your name, but I don't know if saying nothing is the best when it comes to the business side of it. Dakota, I would. These women will say they got bored and come up with reasons to leave. Now, I mean, I think it's smart for women. Like, obviously, women need the prenup too. Boo, Chelsea. Don't boo me, Derek. Derek, I'm sensitive. I cry. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Derek. Don't boo me. I'm not taking her side. Okay, let's just be clear. I'm not taking her side. I'm Team Dak. I'm Team Dak forever. But I'm just saying that I am going off evidence. I'm an evidence-based person. And because you don't have no one protecting Dak's, image right now, saying that she's lying, it just makes me believe that it had something to do, there was something else going on. Chelsea, come on, if he was cheating, she has evidence, it would be all over the internet. I mean, it's coming out, but it's coming out, Pooh Man. It's coming out that, like I said, they're having so this is Dak's ex-girlfriend, right? This is Dak's ex-girlfriend. It said that he was using incognito mode to speak with multiple women and ex-flings. Now, it said that Sarah and Natalie have been going back and forth on TikTok in cryptic messages. Could she be one of the women that that's wrapped up in this? I don't know, but there has been some things coming out. You need insurance for lawful reasons. You don't have to have a lawful reason for divorce. Call me crazy, but Jesus is my insurance. I would just make sure I'm with the right gal biblically, but I hear y'all. Okay. Oh yeah, and welcome, Dakota. We're very friendly, I promise. We're just having a little chit chat. But I promise you we're all very, very friendly. I hope you subscribe. We welcome your different views, even if we can agree to disagree on things respectfully. That's why I have in my banner, if you look up at my banner, it'll get to it at some point, but I say, chat respectfully with the Touchdown Tribe. I want everybody to, be respectful. Dakota, but you never know if that girl changes her mind about 2 to 3 years down the road. Things happen. God also teaches us to have wisdom. Truth, Quan. It's not about the brand. He doesn't want the mother of his children, to look bad. Everyone is painting him as the bad guy. No. Derek, I would say quite the opposite. You are seeing nothing but this prenup talk, and that's why I brought up the statement from her, because you're seeing nothing but like her name being her in this. So yeah, I wouldn't say Dak's the one that's, you know, getting painted in a bad light at all. But I agree, like, you know, you don't want the, you know, mother of your children to look bad. But also, it goes back to what I was saying too. If Dak was in fact having struggles with infidelity, he probably also, like, you know, is trying to stay in her good graces. It's keeping an image if she comes up off his hard work. Even after a year, if she was there from the beginning, then I would definitely not think of prenup. Derek, you said, oh, his ex is jealous. Didn't she... I don't know what you talking about. I think you're a troll. If you're a troll, I need to know, because somebody's going to kick you out. We want Dak rule. Yeah, subscribe, Dakota. Quan, I totally get you there. Certain folks might want a prenup. It's selective either way. Preparing for a storm is always a good plan. Yeah. She had to say something. Have you noticed no one else said anything? But that's what I'm saying, Derek. Like, your image matters. Your name matters. If someone was lying on me and it was hurting my image, it was going to hurt my business, it was going to hurt my foundation, I'm going to release a statement clarifying the truth. But nobody's doing that. So I'm just waiting. Okay, I will say I'm just waiting to see if what more comes out with this, because I do think after what she said, something else has to be done. Cut that child support to be a father to your children and move on. Now, I do believe they're still together. I don't think that it's completely over between them. I just think they called off the engagement. I do think that they're still together. And that's another reason why I don't think it was a prenup issue, because if it was a prenup issue, like, the engagement would, like, they went, like, it would be off completely. But because they're still following each other and I think they're still together, it makes me think she's just working through the infidelity issues again. He's not worried about his image. He's not out doing it. Yeah, but I mean, this, like I said before, if you're being accused of infidelity, if you're being, you know, if they're saying that, if they're speaking bad on your, the mother of your child, this is another thing too, guys. If they are speaking bad on the mother of your child, you're going to say something. So the fact that Sarah said something and he's not speaking against it, I'm just going to wait and see what happens before criticizing both parties. Go Cowboys. That, I like that. Yeah, and I'm not criticizing, again, I'm not criticizing Dak. I'm not criticizing Sarah. I'm you know, giving out the information that I have. That's all I'm doing, guys. Don't kill the messenger, as they say. But, yeah, definitely, like, I definitely don't think that, like, y'all, life happens, and as long as it's nothing to do with kids, as long as it's nothing to do with, taking someone out, people mess up. People make mistakes. And I don't think it should just end them forever, like cancel culture. But yeah, I'm definitely not criticizing them. If it was to be true that on either side, if it was to be true, I'm not critical like that of either one. Thank you for that comment, though. What is it? Is it Warmac? I hope you subscribe and stick around. Welcome. I really liked your comment. Who called off the wedding? She called off the wedding. I mean, I don't think that, like, the Johnny Depp one can't, like, really apply because they didn't have kids together. It was a case outside, like, at first, if you guys remember, it first started in London, and that's where, like, their court system worked differently, and it ruled in Amber's favor. And that's why, and it hurt, y'all, this is another big thing, it hurt his image. Y'all, he lost brand deals. He was going to lose, I think he was going to lose Pirates of the Caribbean, like all of that. It was hurting his image bad. That's why he wanted to bring the court case to the States. And whenever he did, like, you know, but that's an, you know, honestly, Pooh Man, that's honestly another example of someone defending their name. Johnny Depp defended his name. He defended his image. He came out with the truth. That's what Dak would do. If Sarah was lying about this, Dak is going to do the same thing to protect his image, like what Johnny Depp did. Johnny Depp came out with the lawsuit. He, you know, made sure to have the cameras in the courtroom. He went all out to protect his image because he was losing the brand deals. It was hurting his image. Dak would do the same thing. Because I'm telling you, I think it's definitely going to hurt him. Why are we talking about this one? Welcome, Alex Cruz. We can talk about some free agency stuff. I have no problem what you got for me, Alex? We can talk about some free agency stuff too. We can talk about the Max Crosby situation, because y'all, let me tell you, there's so much to unpack with that. I heard some things from the Pat McAfee show. They had JJ Watt on the Pat McAfee show, and he said the Ravens knew this guy was just coming off of an injury, right? He was just coming off of that injury. They knew he wasn't going to be 100%. So whenever they did the physical, it's like, I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting. Like, for the deal to just go south that quick is odd, but I mean, it happens. Like, and they had a right to back out of it, but it's weird. Now that hurt not only Max Crosby, but that also hurt the Raiders too, because it's just going to make everyone look at them different. Max Crosby's stuck with the Raiders now. I don't know if he ever wanted another trade again. It probably wouldn't happen. They mutually agreed. They're going to figure it out and get married or not. Yeah, I mean, let's go back to the email. That's their relationship timeline. The email. There we go. As many of you know, our wedding is currently scheduled to take place in Italy on April the 10th. It is with heavy hearts that we privately inform our attendees that we have made the very difficult decision to cancel our wedding. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience. Okay, y'all. This is another thing that we can unpack with this. The fact that it says that we made the very difficult decision to cancel our wedding. They just talked about canceling the wedding. They didn't talk about ending the relationship. They didn't talk about anything. Like, no mention of a breakup or a split. They just said they canceled the wedding. So I still think they're together. And that's another reason why I don't think it's a prenup issue. If it was a prenup issue, you know, something was going to get said with that. But I think it had more to do with infidelity. Or, you guys, maybe it's both. You never know. Maybe it's both. But the reason why I'm not leaning towards it being both is because of what Sarah had to say. Okay, let me go back up here. Max will probably have to wait until he's a free agent to pick his team. I think, you know, with his age, he's 28, I believe. With whatever the Raiders, or not Raiders, but with whatever the Ravens uncovered in that physical, whatever the doctor, the medical staff uncovered, it made them back out of it. So that not only hurts him probably potentially ever being able to be on a different team, but also, like, it hurt the Raiders, because now the Raiders are going to have to look at their own medical staff and be like, okay, well, what are we missing? Because we were trying to get a deal out of this. And now, every time they're going to try to trade a player, people are going to be, like, really doing in-depth physicals, like, you know, what were they trying to get away with? Yeah, I'm biased as a Raiders fan, but I'm happy he's back for now. Oh, okay. You're a Raiders fan. Yeah, it's gonna be now, Dakota, I did hear some great things about the Raiders today. I heard, like, they are, like, really doing some, great damage in the free agency. They secured a lot of players, now having Max Crosby. You know, it was said they're looking really good, which is surprising to me, because I thought, you know, with the coaching changes, with just the player issues, all of that, I don't know. Like, the big question mark is obviously going to be the quarterback position. Chelsea Lynn, who's your favorite sleeper for the draft? Ooh, you know, I'll be honest with you, Pooh Man. These college players did not impress me like they have in the past. Not like, honestly, the last draft class that I really, really enjoyed was with Patrick Surtain. Whenever Patrick Surtain got drafted to the Broncos, I really wanted him to the Cowboys, but, you know, that didn't happen. But that was really the last draft class that I really enjoyed. I have not really seen anybody that's, like, stood out to me. I would think, if I had to say anything, it would be Ty Simpson probably impressed me the most because of his, like, I didn't think it was good for him. Obviously, it was just time for him to go into the draft, but Ty Simpson, everybody thought Mendoza, or not, is it Fernando Mendoza, or, yeah, but everybody thought he like, was top, but after the NFL Combine, and how Ty Simpson performed, I don't know, Ty Simpson might be the one, if I had to say any. I'm upset they let Trey Foe. Yeah. Trey go. You know what, Derek? I'm upset too. I'm upset because I kind of wanted Trey for the Cowboys. I don't know. The Cowboys have not been impressing me with this free agency. If you want money and prestige, that the price you're likely to pay. Yeah. If you build up with your partner, that is a different story. I gave up on rooting for the NFL teams after my QB, Tom Brady, retired. Yeah, Tom Brady was a rare breed, but I do, like, you asked me the question, Pooh Man, about if I think that there will ever be another Tom Brady, and yeah. Like Michael Jordan said, records are meant to be broken, so I do think we'll see another Tom Brady, and the NFL is geared towards finding the next Brady. Like, you know, they kind of pushed that narrative with Patrick Mahomes. Now, will Patrick Mahomes achieve that? I don't know. But at some point, the record will be broken for Tom Brady. Let's see. So you're basing your opinion on a woman who has... She's releasing the statement. I mean, Dak's not... I'm not going to get it. I've already said my piece with that. Ohio State is rich in the NFL play. I don't know if they're as rich. Are they as rich as Alabama? I don't think so. I don't think so, Derek. There's a stat that Alabama has sent more players to the NFL than Ohio State, which could change. What is up, Eric Jordan? Man, I've been chit-chatting away, y'all. Yeah, it's tough to get excited because we always have these crazy off seasons, but I genuinely am this time. I think we got the right people heading the football operations for a change. Yeah, and you guys have Tom Brady in there as well, so I'm sure he's making some great decisions for the team. You know what? There's talks of Derek Carr. People were talking about Derek Carr making a return because the draft class is so weak for the QBs. That would be interesting. I don't know if that's still out there. Some college players will make more money if they stayed in college. Yeah, that's the thing with the NIL is, man, we could get into that. That's a whole other video. Or a whole other live that we could cover. Records are broken easier now due to the rule changes, though. You can't hit QBs like you used to in the pocket. Oh, man. I'm glad you brought that up. I actually have a Threads post on this. I don't know if I can find it, but I do have a Threads post talking about this. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna play my break clips. Let's see, we'll see if I can't play the funny fans one. I'm gonna play the break clips and try to find this Threads post so we can get back to that comment of what Quan said.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
I got nightmares in my head, that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety foggy, all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't see it enough. Nothing's really, it could be a little tough. Nightmares in my fear, at the top until I can't hear. That goes up into it, and it somewhere much deep.
Anxiety, no privacy. It could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over. Damn, no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough. I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough.
I got nightmares.
Alright, we back. I found it. Let me... My bad, guys. Clicked the wrong thing. Okay. Let's see. Which do I want to? I think it's this one. Oh. My bad. That was not it, guys. That was not it. That was not what I was going for. There we go. I found it. My bad. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I said just okay, this had to do with the Tua injuries. If y'all remember the Tua injuries, I gave a brief history. We can talk about this too, because since everybody's talking about Tua going to the Atlanta Falcons, brief history of Tua for those who didn't keep up with his Bama days. He has been affected with injuries since Alabama. He had ankle surgery in 2019 at Alabama, came back, suffered a dislocated hip injury in 2020. He had to have surgery for that. So, yeah, Like, and then you also had the concussions. But then I pinned this video of Tom Brady talking about how the sport's changed. Just a reminder, this is a physical contact sport. It's not lost on any player that the risk of playing the game, it is their responsibility to protect themselves. Tua thus far has chosen to stay playing the game. It is ultimately Tua's decision to decide what's best for him, and I'm sure he'll take into consideration medical team advice and family, all of that. So that was when everybody was discussing Tua's concussions. But Tom Brady talked about like how the game has changed just because defensive players can't do their job because you can't tackle like you used to. You get penalized for it. So it's interesting. That's why I wanted to talk about that after what Quan, I believe, said. Yeah, with the rule changes. Tua is a walking medical hazard. International Quiet Storm, what's up? I'm sorry, guys. My bad. This is my chat. There we go. That's funny. Tua's a walking medical hazard. He really is. You know, you guys, so CDT Beat sent me something. I don't know if I can airdrop it or not. Hold on, I'm gonna try. Every time I try to airdrop something when I'm on live, it doesn't let me do it, but we'll see. We'll see if it lets me airdrop this and I can show you. Yeah, everyone hit the like button. I always forget to remind you guys. Oh, I think it's actually gonna work this time. Come on. Oh, it sent. Yay. Okay, it says it sent. Let me see if I can't find it now. But this is what CDT Beats brought up. He sent me this in Instagram. Y'all can also follow me on Instagram. I have my sports Discord, but sometimes it's quicker if you see something on Instagram to just send it to me there. I gotta figure out which one it is. Hold on. Stand by, y'all.
I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women. What a beautiful woman. Wow, AJ's doing some things right down. So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pop.
I say we hit somebody. Huh? Ooh. You ain't want some drill. What that mom gonna say? Ooh, my baby.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it, damn it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up and let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Get it off the fucking sideline. Push it on my. You don't push on my damn.
This is what Travis Kelce did. This is what he did. That's Young Jock. He did Soldier Boy. This is Soldier Boy. This is Crank That. This is how you crank that, okay? This is Crank That. This is Young Jock. This is Young Jock, Rita. This is Young Jock.
Travis Kelce did Crank That.
This is Crank That. It's not the same thing. Are you stupid?
Taylor Swift still put him on the map, though.
He's an 8-time Pro Bowler, Brianna.
Okay, we back. I found it. Let me just add it. Alright. So, CDT Beats sent me this, and I thought it was hilarious. So it said, wow, this team is pretty good. You are here, showing Tua. Questionable QB decision. Beat a really good team. Lose to a really bad team. Miss the playoffs. The cycle continues. That's what I think it would be if the Falcons are to get Tua. Now, have you all heard anything about this being a done deal? Because I'm telling you, I said, if you go back to one of the videos I did, I think it was either a video or a live, where I broke down all the QBs and where they're going, what I think is going to happen with their career. I said Tua should either be a backup QB or retire. Y'all, tell me why the Falcons would want to start him. You're telling me the Ravens backed out of, Max Crosby? No, knowing the, information they knew about him, coming off of an injury, all of that. Knowing what you know about Tua Tagovailoa, you're willing to make him your starter? I don't know about that, y'all. I just don't think that's good. Back then, you could put all your weight into a QB behind the pocket, into the ground, and sack below the, now they are penalized. Yeah, you have, they're very ticky-tacky now with how you can tackle, and I'll give you an example. I don't know if you guys remember, it was, I guess, 2024, when Houston Texans played the Chiefs. They gave Will Anderson Jr. the most ticky-tacky calls, and they were clean hits. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew these were clean hits. But that just, I don't know. I mean, Tom Brady really, I had some pushback on that one post because people were like, yeah, but Tom Brady, the refs were in his favor, kind of like you see with Patrick Mahomes. And I get it. But at least Tom Brady is advocating for the sport to go back to having a defense, not being afraid to take, for a QB to take hits, all of that. We're definitely getting further away from it. Brady's earlier career was like that. Okay, yeah, great example. Yeah, his earlier career. I don't know if Tua would have made this long back then. Poor Tua. Yeah, he's just always had, going back to what I said in that Threads post, he's just always had health problems. He's just been one of those QBs. I don't know if it's genetics for him, but, and I know this is different positions, but I'll compare it to someone like Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson, his genetics, they said his genetics played a huge part in how he recovered. Because his comeback game, one of the best in history, right? With the Minnesota Vikings. Tua, I don't know if it's genetics. Obviously his genetics just aren't built for this. Because the way he recovers from injuries is not good. I saw a meme comparing Tua to a chicken pub sandwich that made me that had me dying. Something about how the sandwich don't throw picks can't get hurt. That's another thing, Dakota, that I wanted to talk about. I'm so glad to have new people in the chat to talk about this stuff. Because let me tell you, that's another thing I said is why would you take him knowing not only the injury history but also the way he's playing with the pick sixes. I'm telling you, Dakota, Mike McDaniel had that offense, like no one could have drawn up a better plan for Tua to win. And if you look at even when Tua was doing bad, Mike McDaniel went back to the drawing board. Mike McDaniel was like, okay, I got to come up with something, a different plan because my career is on the line now and Tua's struggling. So they drew up a different plan. They started playing really well. They started, keeping the games closer, and they also, like won a couple too. So I think what is Stefanski going to offer? Like, Stefanski's defensive minded. What is Stefanski going to offer Tua Tagovailoa? He has to have the best offensive coordinator. And I don't know if he could get as good as Mike McDaniel. I really liked Mike McDaniel. I thought he was brilliant. Acknowledging Pooh Man. That's sweet. Wait, finally making my way back to the US. Oh, that's exciting. Just like the Lions' former RB. Best he could have been, great, but career cut short. Yeah, and I think that's the case for Tua. I really think that he probably just should have retired. Now I want to sandwich, right? I'm telling you, Beard Man, your food, y'all, like I said, you can subscribe to Beard Man. He has his own channel too, but I'm telling you, the food you were showing off when you were gaming, that had me so, now I'm thinking about it, that had me so hungry. Alright, what else can we talk about? What other deals do y'all want to talk about? Yeah, I really think he might turn that Herbert situation around because he can throw and could in cold weather being an issue for Tua also. Yeah, great point, Dakota. With Herbert, I think that I agree. Yeah, Mike McDaniel, if anybody could do it, it's Mike McDaniel. I just, I'm not gonna lie, everybody knows my thoughts about Jim Harbaugh around here. I'm not a fan of Jim Harbaugh. I'm just disgusted with Jim Harbaugh after what he did at Michigan. After the cheating scandal, and then, he got, obviously Michigan got penalized so bad. Well, people argue that. People think that the punishment should have been more harsh, but they still got penalized. But Jim Harbaugh got a 10-year show cause on him, so he can't, if he was to get fired in the NFL, he can't return back to college football, which I think is great. So I'm just not the biggest fan of Jim Harbaugh. That's I don't know. That's the one I have my issues against is Jim Harbaugh. And I think, I talked about this the last live, the Sharon Moore. I think the Sharon Moore situation was a witch hunt. I think that was a witch hunt. I think knowing the cheating scandal issues, they were, his job was already on the hot seat. Then he had a losing record, losing to Ohio State. That hurt him even more. So whenever this woman came out with this cheating scandal, they were ready to have him gone. I really believe it. I don't know though, because Herbert is kind of inconsistent like he was at Oregon. Yeah, now I'm trying to think of who would y'all compare Herbert to? His QB style, who would you compare him to? There's someone that I have in mind, but I just can't, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't name it. But who would you all compare him to? Throw some names out there. Who would you compare him to? And I'll see if it was one that I was thinking of. Because his QB style. Oh, maybe it was maybe he kind of reminds me of a the Lions QB. Why am I blanking on his name right now? Y'all, that's gonna make me mad. That's gonna be making me mad if I can't think of this all on my own. Oh man, I'm blanking on his name. He was traded from the Rams to the Lions. Can't think of his name. The beard man is going to eat a whole lot of hot honey chicken tonight. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. Chelsea Lynn, do you think Jim and John Harbaugh will never... I don't think they'll ever coach together. Golf! Thank you, Pooh Man. Okay, so Herbert kind of reminds me of a golf right now. I don't know why. I don't know why he reminds me of a golf, but he just does. You know, they compare, one person that they compared Bryce Young to, which I thought was hilarious in a way, they compared Bryce Young to Aaron Rodgers because of his ability, the way he throws on the run. If you watch Bryce Young, he doesn't have his feet planted. Bryce Young will make passes with one of his feet up in the air and 1 foot planted. So they compare Bryce Young to Aaron Rodgers for that reason. I thought that was funny. I didn't think Bryce Young was gonna. I was wondering if Bryce Young would be able to start again, but I think Panthers got him in a better situation with the coaching and just his confidence built back up. I was happy to see that for Bryce Young. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? I want to say Jeff George, kind of big arm athletic for Herbert. Well, Goff was being compared to Aaron Rodgers because they went to the same college. That's interesting. Yeah. But I don't know if I would compare Goff to his type of style. Or not Goff, but yeah, Goff. That's what I mean. I don't know if I would compare Goff to Aaron Rodgers. G Honda, what is up? Let's play your drops. G Honda, do you want to see Derek's? Let me show you Derek's. Let's see. Here we go.
That's what you would look like. Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Honda? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Okay? I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Gremlin.
You dark to be Alicia Keys. You look like a good Jennifer Hudson.
Hey, G Hudson. G Hudson.
You look like a gremlin and top of look like a predator.
That's your name for the year.
Oh man, yeah. Switch over to Jennifer, man. We'll call you G Hudson from now on.
Jennifer Hudson.
Mean girl.
Chelsea with that real hard, Chelsea with that big ass head.
Look,
He
needs some milk. Hey, I told you to leave Chelsea alone. I told you to leave Chelsea alone.
Hey, Chelsea, just let me get your hat. I'll both head the same time.
I told you to leave Chelsea alone. It's getting bad. It's getting worse for you, man. Just let it go and live. Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with
G Honda or G Hudson? Oh wait, we're not done though. I've got so many drops for you. Let's play all the drops for G Honda, y'all.
Who the fuck could that be? What does his weird ass want now? What's up, Gaston? How did you get into my yard?
I climbed the fence, of course. You don't check your DM? I hit you up on Instagram last night. I sent you like 5 messages.
I didn't see it.
Where my hug at?
I barely check my DM. I just be watching stories.
You didn't watch mine. I always watch yours.
Yeah, you be the first person to watch. I appreciate it.
Shit, you know, I gotta keep tabs on my boo. Take a load of this. Nice, right?
Why is it so small?
It's average and it works.
I'm good.
Oh my. You always fronting on me, Belle.
Imagine that.
How about I take you out to Applebee's?
Let me think.
You bitch. Just say yes.
Okay, so there's that one. Let's see what else I got. I got plenty more.
Hey, just a little off the sides. Just a little bit off the sides.
Leave the sides.
I always tell them, I said, leave a little bit on the top.
Oh.
Daddy, I cannot do it even faster. Daddy, maybe your hair needs some more hair.
Y'all remember G Spice? Whatever happened to G Spice? It's okay. We got G Hudson now.
I mean, I'm saying, when we gonna get together?
Not gonna happen. Never.
Alright, I think those are all the drops for G Hudson, aka G Honda. What is up, G Honda? Y'all, he has a channel too. If y'all can go check him out. And so does Jay Walker. Let me go back up to Juice Drops Entertainment, aka Jay Walker. She has a channel too. Y'all go subscribe to her. Man, Jay Walker, wasn't that funny? So basically, you're watching the live having upside down. What? What are you talking about? Leave my wings out of this. Oh, okay, you're talking about... Are you calling him a vampire now? Is he the new vampire? I believe it. You know what, Beard Man, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of believe it. Because, man, you be up gaming. I can't hang. Like, I went to bed early last night. Man, I think my drops for you are great. Y'all, what do you think of my drops for G Honda? Are they good? But I want to go back up to your comment, G Honda. Dak's not getting married? Yeah, that's obvious. They're not getting married. They called off the wedding. We all know that. Okay, so you like my drops? Thank you. Thank you, Jay Walker. I'm glad you like my drops. G Honda, let me tell you what I think of that.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Who are you? Who is this man? Who are you to tell me my drops suck? Okay, thank you, Derek. You like my drops. At least Derek likes my drop too. Man, I gotta play it again, y'all. I do. I just
Who
gotta
the
play
fuck
it
could
again.
that be?
Not this one. Hold on. No. Not this one. Let's play it again.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Hunter? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Okay, I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman, and you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson.
That's what gets me too, where I added the little AI clip of G Hudson.
Would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Gremlin.
You too dark to be Alicia Keys. You look like a Jennifer
Hudson. Hey, G Hudson. G Hudson.
You look like a gremlin and top room look like a predator.
That's your name for the year. G Hudson. That's your name for the year.
Oh man, yeah. Switch over to Jennifer, man. We'll call you G Hudson from now on.
Jennifer Hudson.
Mean girl.
Chelsea with that big ass head.
He needs some milk.
Hey, I told you to leave Chelsea alone. Hey,
Chelsea, just let me get your head. I'll both head at the same time.
I told you to leave Chelsea alone. It's getting bad. It's getting worse for you, man. Just let it go and live for you.
You should have just left me alone. You should have just left me alone, like Derek said. Shout out to Derek for that, for defending me. That AI giraffe is wild. Yeah, I said, make him look like Jennifer Hudson in a giraffe dress with giraffe gloves. Yeah, and that's what it came up with. Why G Hudson look like a zesty Bam Bam from the Flintstones? Cause he loves giraffes. That's his spirit animal. So, yeah. His dress had to be giraffe print. For G Hudson. Man, that's just never gonna get old. Man, my groove has been thrown off, y'all. My groove has been thrown off.
No! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Alright, I'll try to get back focused for y'all. I was trying, Derek, I was trying to drink my drink. And I was like, let me not do that, because I'm afraid I'm going to spit my drink out across the screen laughing. So I was like, that's not a good idea. You cannot be drinking something while watching that clip, because you're bound to like have it come up your nose or something. Oh yeah, Derek, I just want to clarify. I just want to be clear. I'm not supporting her, okay? I just want everybody, I was just giving out the information, okay? I was playing devil's advocate, but I'm not like, you know, supporting her, saying like no prenup or any of that, okay? I am definitely for prenup. I'm definitely just advocating for the truth in this and just going off of the information that I've been given. So I just want to be clear on that. Everybody don't go saying Chelsea's supporting this girl, saying she don't believe in prenups. Please do not go around giving out false information like that, because I'm telling you, I will defend my name. I will defend my name with that. Drink up. I'm not about to have my water spit out across the screen. I understand. Okay, good. I'm glad we cleared that up. Yeah, I definitely just wanted to bring out the information and get y'all's thoughts, which y'all are definitely suspicious and rightfully so. Alright. Anything else you guys have for me that you want me to discuss? My lips are chapped. I just noticed. And I put chapstick on. Actually, I put Aquaphor on. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. No more thoughts. On the matter. We might get ready to close it out. Wait, let me, oh wait, I did forget. I wanted to bring up, I don't know if I talked about it earlier, the Landon Dickerson deal. Y'all, I had just talked about Landon Dickerson. I said I didn't know what was going to happen with him because he's had issues with injuries. But y'all, today, they revised his contract and he is returning to the Eagles. So, you know, I'm happy for him. I don't know what the Eagles are getting with him just because of those previous injuries. I've said it before, the medical advancements in sports is obviously much greater than what it was in the past. So recovery is, you know, that's really not a problem. It's just, you know, age and all of that just start to become more of a factor. But if he can stay healthy, we'll see what happens with Landon Dickerson. I am hoping that he does well, though. What's up, 3 a.m.? Good to see you. I was getting ready to try to close it out. Hella clickbait. If she knows anything about the relationship, then I'm the... You must be a troll. Are you a troll? Don't let my mods get you. Brian Eyes. Clarify what you mean. Have you done any of the online simulator mock drafts? I'm doing one right now. No, I have not. I've not done any mock drafts. I don't know if I would do a mock draft. I would have to look into it. I would have to look into it. I'm just, you know, there's so much information out there that it's like, I don't know if I would have time to come up with something like that because I'm always either editing. Right now, I have so many lives to go through and edit. So I'll be clipping this one up, clipping up my other ones that I still haven't finished. I'm very much behind on that. So I don't know if I would have time to do an online simulator mock draft. But that does sound cool. That does sound fun. I honestly would be tempted. It'd be more quick if I could come up with something like with AI, maybe. But I don't know if I could do one of those if it gets too in depth. It's quick and easy. You could do it live one day. Ooh, I like that idea. Thank you, Quan. I like that idea. Okay. Yeah, that would be something that we could do. Come up with a mock draft. Okay, if it's quick and easy, then I could definitely probably come up with that on live. That would be fun. Great idea. Because I do get questions about like my thoughts on who's going where and all of that. Alright, y'all. I think that is going to be it for this live. I am kind of really tired. Hold on, we got one more comment, y'all. I hope the Raiders take Monroe Freeling at 36 if he's there, or we need a zero tech for our defensive scheme. That would be, let me look. Let's see, Monroe. Pulling up his well, you know what, guys, we'll just do that another day. We'll get in, I'll try to do another live and we can get into more of the draft topics, because y'all seem to be really interested in talking about that, so I'll definitely try to come. Maybe I'll go live again tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. I might go live, you guys. I might go live for you tomorrow. And we can discuss all of the draft topics. Yeah, so I might do that for you guys. Even though I need to do some editing. Even though I've got editing, plenty of editing that I could be doing. I could definitely possibly do a live. And we can talk more about the draft. Great live. Thank you guys. You know, I do want to close it out on a motivational note. Y'all know that I love Nick Saban and that I haven't done it in a while, but I want to get back to it. Close it out on a motivational note. So here's this motivational video from Nick Saban.
It's really important that they're able to focus on what they control today. We have so many players here who get frustrated about what happened yesterday, or they get a little complacent because they had success yesterday, and then we get some players who are worried about what's going to happen in the future, and really the things that you do today correctly, making the right choices and decisions, having the right work ethic, preparing yourself to go out and play at a high level on a consistent basis. That's what really prepares you for the future. So understand that's what you control, and that's what's going to help you most in your future. You know, all of us are a little bit addicted to tomorrow. You know, I'll quit smoking tomorrow, I'll go on a diet tomorrow, I'll lose weight tomorrow, I'll start studying tomorrow, but really, making it happen today is the way you improve. That's the way we'll get better. That's the way you'll create more value. It's really important that
focus on what you can control today. Whenever he mentioned many people get caught up in focusing on the future, that applies to me. Like, I'm one that thinks about, you know, more to do with the future than focusing on what I can control today. You have to build habits today. Like, you have to start today. You can't just say, I'll start this tomorrow, I'll do this tomorrow, and keep putting it off. Focus on what you can control today, because what you do, what you say matters. So start building those habits now. Let me replay the clip.
They're able to focus on what they control today. We have so many players here who get frustrated about what happened yesterday, or they get a little complacent because they had success yesterday, and then we get some players who are worried about what's going to happen in the future, and really the things that you do today correctly, making the right choices and decisions, having the right work ethic, preparing yourself to go out and play at a high level on a consistent basis. That's what really prepares you for the future. So understand that's what you control, and that's what's going to help you most in your future. You know, all of us are a little bit addicted to tomorrow. You know, I'll quit smoking tomorrow, I'll go on a diet tomorrow, I'll lose weight tomorrow, I'll start studying tomorrow. But really, making it happen today is the way you improve. That's the way we'll get better. That's the way you'll create more value. It's really important.
So focus on improving today. Don't get so caught up in yesterday. Don't get so caught up in the future. Focus on what you can improve today to get better. That is the message. That's the motivation. That's what we're going to close it out with. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also have a quote at the top of the screen. Let me see what the quote of the day was, because I can't even remember now what I put it as. Let's see what the quote of the day was. Gotta pull up my banner. Y'all, if you check out my shorts too, I also put quotes of the day in my shorts as well. Oh, this is the quote of the day. It's a good one too, you guys. It says, switching your mindset from I hope I can do this to I'm going to do this is a game changer. Or actually, no, it says, switching your mindset from I hope I can do this to I'm going to make this happen is a game changer. So I really love that quote of the day. It's always quotes that I think are not directed towards anybody, but just, to, benefit me, help lift me up. So that was one that I thought was very beneficial, and hopefully it helps you guys out as well. But I will see you guys in the next live Touchdown Tribe. Again, I might go live tomorrow to discuss more of the draft topics that you guys want to discuss and get into. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things, because we're slowly growing on the YouTube build, slowly getting them first downs. And I thank you guys for that, because I cannot function without y'all. But that's it, Touchdown Tribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Something's telling me this ain't over yet. I know that last night we let the liquor talk, but baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. I know that last night we let the liquor talk, but baby.